Now to breaking news in our nation's capital, the U.S. House of Representatives has passed a bill that would ban TikTok in the U.S. unless its Chinese parent company sells the social media platform. KTLA's Trevor Shirley.
Ooh, that's gonna make a lot of you hip-smacking niggas mad. Ooh. But hey, bro, we started another one, man. You feel me? As you can see, we reacting to this TikTok ban that just went through the House of Representatives a couple days ago, and I just want to see your reaction. You feel me? Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Drop it in the comments how you feel about it. But here we go. Let's get into it.
Live in Washington, the latest for us. Trevor, good morning.
Frank, good morning to you as well. This vote just coming down in the House within the past hour or so. It was an overwhelmingly bipartisan vote. The final vote count coming in at 352 to 65. And because there was
352 to 65. They is not fucking with TikTok. They said them Chinese trying to steal their information. I'm not going for it.
So much buy-in from both sides of the aisle, it could certainly influence how the Senate votes whenever this bill gets over to that side of Congress. The legislation comes amid growing concern over the Chinese government's ability to access data collected by TikTok.
This is a serious issue. We didn't come to it lightly.
Last week, a House committee unanimously passed the legislation that could potentially...
They have not been going for that from the start. They are China being sneaky. They stealing information. They're sending little spy bubbles around. Like,
ban the social media app here in the U.S.
Algorithms, tracking tracking.
I do agree. Some of them algorithmic trends and stuff like that do be brainwashing a lot of these kids. Cause I be looking at some of these trends and some of these hashtags, and it just be like, yo, it sounds like a demonic chant, and these people self-diagnose and self-this, self-that, doing all this weirdo shit, where a lot of kids are susceptible to it. And it's like, ooh. I don't personally deal with TikTok too much. I'll post a video or two and get off. But scrolling is never, that shit is addicting for real.
People, it's dangerous for our young people, and we got to find a way to rein it in.
As it stands, the bill would force the Chinese company ByteDance to sell its ownership of TikTok or face a U.S. ban.
What we're dealing with here is very specific concerns about the structure of this company and its relationship with the Chinese government and the Chinese Communist Party.
The FBI and the FCC warned ByteDance could share TikTok user data with the Chinese Communist Party, something TikTok denies. But some lawmakers...
I mean, it makes sense. China is communist. And they should. They TikToks ain't even set up like ours. Like, they pumping the entertainment and all that other shit out this way, but there's TikToks out there set up way different and more catered to learning versus just like challenges and stuff like that. I did read that one somewhere. Like, so I mean, hey.
worry a ban could limit the rights of Americans.
Some of us are concerned that there are First Amendment implications here. Americans have the right to view information.
Supporters argue that's not the...
It is a slippery slope, though. I do agree that if they can make stuff like this happen that easily and just get stuff banned, and when it's a social media app, like we do have amendments, we do have rights to certain things. But at the same time, if we're not going to structure different things in certain ways to where it protects the up and coming generation, where it's like they're not viewing the same thing as an adult is, and manipulating their mind and forcing these thoughts and stuff at a too early of a stage, that is an issue, and I'm not standing by that. So that part I agree with, but it is a slippery slope to just be able to, nah, we don't agree with this, so ban this, get rid of that. Like, nah, that could get bad.
Case.
Our bill is not an act of censorship. It is a safeguard for our citizens, a firewall against foreign adversary-controlled applications.
Others say Congress needs a more comprehensive approach to all social media, not just TikTok.
We can't just single out one. I don't think we fully appreciate the impact this is going to have.
Now, because we just saw such overwhelmingly bipartisan consensus on this legislation in the House, there's a really good sense now that senators will take a stronger look at this legislation and consider, because of that bipartisan support, whether or not that may influence how they end up voting on this. At this point, it's not clear when this legislation will make it over to the Senate for a vote, or which way it could go over there either. That's the latest here in Washington. We'll send it back to
I'm gonna keep it a bug. They're probably gonna push that through Senate. That's probably gonna happen real soon. But at the same time, it is a slippery slope. I do agree to that, but I'm not one of those people that encourages pushing certain things on kids or allowing a kid to make a choice in certain situations, because it's like, bro, it's not an informed decision. It's not. Nah, sometimes somebody has to protect these kids from something. So I do agree in that standpoint, because a lot of stuff is being pushed onto kids too early, and I'm not with it. But infringing upon your rights to view and do what you want. But that's another one of them books, man. Like, share, subscribe, man. Tap in with me, you feel me? Send me videos of stuff that you want to see. And just let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. And we out of here. Yes, sir.